Hey Facebook friends, welcome back. It's Wednesday and this is the 10th episode of Keeping Up with the Kittens. My name is Jen and I have a kitten room that I foster for with Houston Pets Alive, and I am going to show y'all about my kitten room that I have been on the past couple of nights. But I wanted to share a really fun thing that happened today. It was really a highlight of my day that I wanted to share with everybody, and it's just kind of one of those things that the community came together and everything worked out, and it was a lot of fun. So I wanted to share with y'all. So I'm going to flip y'all around here and let me swing y'all this way. So today we're going to be kind of quiet. Let me see if I can flip my lights on real quick. I was able to, a community member had contacted me and said they had found some kittens in their boat. And so here is the mama cat and the kittens that I was able to help trap. So they were just in a storage lot, and they had actually gotten in one of the compartments of the boat, and they found them there. And so they had put out a call on their Facebook page and said, we found these kittens, what do we do? And so a lot of people had said, well, we'll just take the kittens. But the thing about that is, if you just take the kittens and you don't take the mama cat, then they're going to have this problem again in 6 months, because she is going to have more kittens. And so I told them I will be gladly to go help y'all trap. And so this is what we got. So it was a really fun experience. I got to meet some new friends. I have Brittany and Shelly are some new friends now. And in the process, we learned that there is somebody that's feeding in that area, and we actually caught a different cat that was ear-tipped, and we're going to talk about that in a little bit. And so we released that one because we knew from the ear tip that it was spayed, and I found another cat there that had already been ear-tipped. So somebody has been doing TNR in that area, which is amazing and awesome. And so this is one little girl that had probably just not gotten done in the process, and so I was able to trap her. And then I went fishing for these 4 little kittens. They were like baby bobcats though in the boat. They had found the little compartments and had just gotten in the smallest of cracks to get in there and get away from me. So I wanted to share this with y'all. This was my highlight of my day, so it was fun getting those guys trapped. So they're actually going to go off to my new friend Brittany as a foster. So we're going to turn the lights off for them and keep them nice and calm. So she's going to foster them with her rescue group. And so it's nice that just all the different rescue groups were able to come together, and I was able to help trap, and Brittany's going to be fostering, and we'll evaluate the mama cat to see if she is social enough to be in somebody's adoption program, and if not, she'll go into a TNR. And TNR, for those of you that don't know, is called trap, neuter, and release. And so for cats, like community cats, where they're just out in your community and they are around, you can do TNR. So you can trap them, neuter and spay them, and your vet will tip their left ear, and that's a universal signal or sign for other cat people that this cat has been spayed and neutered and it is no longer reproducing. So that's kind of like our sign. So it was really nice to see 2 other cats in that area. So we'll evaluate mama cat and kind of see where she's at, and then if she's kind of too not into the indoor scene, we'll let her go back out to where she was, because that is somebody's community cat. That's part of their family, even though it is in a community. But she will no longer be able to have kittens. So that was a fun highlight of my day that I got to do. But back to the original stars here, so the kittens. So we'll just sit back and watch these guys. If you have any questions, put them down in the comments, share with your friends, and we will just enjoy their shenanigans. Oh, thanks, Karen. Yeah, these guys don't use those cubbies as much, but I'm a diehard Girl Scout, and so we use our resources wisely. And so I was going through litter and, so much litter and having all these pails. I was like, what can I do with these pails? So I drilled some holes in them and zip tied them together, and most of the litters will use them as little kind of sleeping cubbies. These guys, not so much. Every litter is different, so it was a fun, very inexpensive thing to do. So it was a lot of fun making them. But that's part of that enrichment that I was talking about yesterday. That gives them something to kind of hide in if they need to get away from everybody else or just go play in. Yeah, the black one, she's actually a tortie, Karen, but she is a little bit on the petite side. She's actually, believe it or not, in the same litter that big gray one right there in the middle is from. Sterling, or as we call him, Chunk, he's just a big guy. The other three small ones that you kind of see running around, they're actually from a different litter. So they're about a week and a half, 2 weeks behind this first litter. So it was 2 litters that I combined. But Hazel over there, I don't know if you can, I'll pan the camera around. She's, let me see, it's not moving now. She's over there hanging out with Bree. And so that is actually her mom. And Bree took on the other 3 kittens, but she was the petite one out of the litter. So it was really good to be able to combine all of those litters together. But if you're just now joining us, this is my kitten room, and this is Keeping Up with the Kittens. It's a new Facebook Live event that we're going to be doing every night at 7 for the next couple weeks. I foster with Houston Pets Alive, and this is a room that I have dedicated to that cause. And so I will just have litters in here. In between litters, I disinfect and get a new litter in. So I believe last year I was able to foster, I want to say it was like in the 60s, like 63, if I'm jogging my memory right. So 63 cats and kittens went through this room. And we're just able to do, I guess the numbers, just because I'm like this litter, I was able to combine the 2 litters together, because sometimes there's orphan kittens and there's all sorts of different situations of why you might do that. It's not always the best to do that. And so it just kind of situation dependent. But if you get, you know, a litter of 6 or 7 and you're getting them at a certain time and you're just moving along through the process, you get them healthy, you get them spayed and neutered, they go to our adoption facilities. I disinfect, and there's always a need, unfortunately, in Houston, because we do have that over pet population. So just like the kittens that I showed you at the beginning of the episode that are in my bathroom right now, I was able to trap that mom and her kittens, and so she will not be able to produce any more kittens, and those kittens will be spayed and neutered, so they will not be able to produce kittens, and they hopefully will all go to their loving forever homes. And so we'll evaluate the mom and we'll see kind of what her temperament is and kind of what she's kind of telling us. And sometimes they will be TNR'd, which means trapped, neutered, released. And so I trapped her. We will then neuter her, and then we will release her back to where we found her. There is a feeder that's there. I found their feeding location. And so I know that there's a dedicated feeder there that will take care of those cats and do that. And I know that they were doing TNR there because I trapped one other cat that had their ear tipped and then saw another ear tipped cat. So I know they're working on the process, and sometimes it takes a long time to get your whole colony TNR'd. But I could tell from there they were doing really good efforts in getting that done. So I'm not quite sure who they are. I'm hoping to reach out on my Facebook sources and maybe find who that is and say that I have another one of their cats that we're going to help them out with, and go from there. But it's great how the community sent that message out, and we were able to help out. So if you are just now joining us, this is Keeping Up with the Kittens. My name is Jen, and this is my kitten room. I have 5 kittens and a mama cat in here that I am fostering for Houston Pets Alive. If you have any questions or comments, look at Sterling, it's just going crazy. If you have any questions or comments that you'd like me to answer, feel free to put them down in the comments and I will get back to them. But usually our goal is to do about 15 minutes of kind of entertainment. But before we go, I also wanted to remind everybody, we talked a little bit about it yesterday, that Kendra Scott is hosting a special virtual event for us that where if you shop on kendrascott.com and use the code GIVEBACK6892 at checkout, that HPA will receive 20% of purchases. So if you're needing, Mother's Day is coming up, an Easter gift, birthday gift, or you just need something special for yourself, you can shop there, and then we will get 20% of the purchase. And then those funds will go toward food for our fosters, medical care for our fosters, all the things that we need to do to help our fosters in our program and the animals of Houston. So it'd be great if y'all could check that out if y'all were needing any special gifts. But I'll put that link down in the comments when we're done with this. If y'all have any questions, if you catch this on repeat and have any questions about the kittens or about what's going on, Feel free to put those in the comments, and if not, we will see everybody tomorrow evening. Thanks for joining us.